Hello class, it's Mrs. Durst, and today we are going to start our big final project, which will take in everything that we've learned so far. How to use acrylic paints, how to use watercolor paints, how to mix colors, how to use warm and cool shades together. We are going to also really talk about shape, line, and now form, because we're going to make something that is sort of 3D and very realistic looking. And we're going to take our inspiration from Claude Monet and his amazing watercolor paintings. So our water lily will be from our own paint mixing, and we're going to try some of the techniques of the Impressionists, which was using color quickly, mixing on the paper or the canvas, and really blending and enjoying the process of blending that paint. So I would love for you to find two of these. These are our petals for our beautiful water lily. So we need two of these sheets to finish our lily. We are going to use our acrylic paints, and I just realized they're over here. I moved them into the area so that we could find them. And today we are going to be using definitely white. Okay, so make sure it says white or titanium white on there. Where is it? There it is. Here's the white. We're definitely going to use the white. And then we're going to use warm colors or lily colors like pinks, peaches. So you'll need your red and your yellow and your orange. So I think these three colors, the red, yellow, and orange, will be key in creating the petals of our beautiful water lilies. And yes, we definitely want the white because I think we want to soften our colors and make them more of a tint than using these strong colors. Okay, so I'm going to turn my camera around. You should have your brush, your acrylic paints, your two petal papers, and something to mix paint on. I usually use a paper plate. Today I'm using my old plate. You should have a rag and of course clean water. Okay, so find two of these and we're going to work on one at a time, one of these. Okay, so I'm going to set one of these aside and I'm going to turn the camera around. Here we go. All right, so here is the petals of our future water lily. So we're going to turn this paper over and we will be painting on the back of these papers, okay? So I'm going to use white, and I'm going to get a lot of white out because we are going to use quite a bit of that white, okay? So I'm just going to get as much as I can to soften my colors. All right, and then I'm going to use, definitely I want to get a pink from my color mixing, so I'm going to use a little red, and I'm going to use a little peach, so I'm going to get a little orange on that plate, and this orange is of course called vermilion, and I'm going to feather in, and I'm going to use yellow as a way to lighten the hue or the color of my paint. So I'm going to use a lot of yellow today. And this is our last project, so go ahead and squirt some paint out if you need it. I'm going to use the Impressionist technique, which was painting very fast and mixing my paint literally on my piece. So you can do some mixing over here, but mixing and creating the color on this piece is really an impressionistic way of doing it. So I'm going to get my paints wet. I'm just going to dibble dabble some water on my plate. And then I'm going to mix up a little red and white right on my brush. Okay. And I am going to quickly brush in this color on the back of my petal sheet. And I want you to enjoy this process. Oh, that looks so pretty. I love it. And what I want you to see is as you're creating this gorgeous color and all this movement and shape, we are actually coloring our petals that we will use. So I'm going to pick up a little orange and I'm going to bring that into my picture. Now I really want you to go corner to corner, corner to corner. Don't leave a lot of stuff or a lot of color or white paper. That's what I was trying to say. You can leave a little streakiness because I think that will look nice on your lilies. And I can go in and just do a little water as well to move my paint. You can use a little of these brush strokes in here. See this one? I kind of like this one. So I'm probably going to leave him. And that streak will kind of look good on, I think, on my lily when it's over. So we want to really brush in a lot of color using the impressionistic technique of blending this paint right on the canvas or the piece of paper. Ooh, that got really bright. So I'm going to go in for a little water and I'm going to move that bright, bright, bright color around a little. And if it's a little too bright for me, I can always go in here and dip a little white on my brush and move that over that really intense red, and it softens almost right before my eyes. So I'm just going to really bring in some beautiful colors, all in the reds, oranges, pinks, peaches, and this wonderful yellow coral color that you get when you mix yellow into these colors. It's just gonna be gorgeous. I love gorgeous. Okay, so cover your whole page. Again, this is how the Impressionists work. They had to work quickly because they were painting outside when weather would come and they had to get it going. Also, the freedom of blending paint on the actual canvas or paper was very freeing. And it was actually a beautiful feeling to kind of blend these colors out there. So this page looks good. I've gone pretty much all the way out to my edges. And that looks great. Now this is just one. I'm going to bring it up close to you. One of two. So I want you to go and blend on the other one as well. So I'm just picking up the other guy. And here he is. And I am going to blend my paint colors on this page as well. Okay. And just really enjoy the process. Oh, this one's already so different in the blending process and the colors that I'm seeing. And I'm going to get out even more vermilion or the orange because I ran out. Please use up your acrylics if you can or want. This is our last big project. Oh yeah, whoa, that's pretty. Oh. So I'm going to work this one as well, blending the paints on my canvas or my paper as I go here. Okay, adding the water right, like in small amounts, right on my paper so that this paint really moves along. And I love that in some places the color is extremely intense, like right here. But then by working that color, it becomes a little less intense right next to it. So just enjoy this whole process. You'll see all kinds of colors come through. And of course, we need to wait till this is completely dry So you want to put this paper up somewhere safe where you can allow it to dry. Oh, I'm having so much fun. I hope you are too. Keep working on these 2 pages, and again, let them dry safely, okay? And enjoy this process with your acrylic paints, because it's this that will make your lily look fantastic.